Ever wonder why the electrician across town is ranking above you in Google Maps and you're not? Google ranks businesses based on prominence, proximity, and relevance. So one of the ways you can prove relevance is by having a complete Google business profile. So today we're going to look at real examples of someone's Google business profile, and then you can see how they can improve and how you can apply those fixes to your business. My name's Thomas from QFido, and I help electricians with local SEO, web design, and digital marketing. So the first thing we're going to do is go over to ChatGPT to have it give us a random city in the US. Give me a random city that is between 40,000 and 200,000 people in population in the United States. Okay, Lakewood, California has 82,000 people. So we'll go ahead and check out Lakewood, California. Here we have the local map pack. So as soon as you enter the search term, you'll end up with these businesses, these first businesses right here, and that's called the local map pack. You can see one is sponsored, and there's 3 organic listings. These 3 organic listings is where you want to end up, right? Let's choose one of these businesses to give it an audit, okay? So let's go with Pro Power Electric. I have a checklist that we're going to go through, and it shows you exactly everything that is needed to have a complete Google business profile. So we'll use this as a gauge to see what is done and what is not done. So the very first thing we're going to do is just take a visual check of it. So if a random customer comes here and they're taking a look at it, you can just think to yourself, does this business look professional? Is this a business I can trust? Just by looking at the profile visually. So it looks like they have photos and they have, a lot of 5-star reviews. They have links to their website, call, and it's looking pretty filled out. Looks, I think this is someone I can trust. Before we move on, we can go ahead and take a look at one of Google's own web pages that tells you how to improve your local ranking. And what it says is that you need to have a Google business profile that's verified, and essentially these tell you that you need to have your Google business profile completed, have all the information filled out. So keep your hours up to date and your special store hours. Are you closed on Christmas or Memorial Day, stuff like that? Do you respond to reviews? And is your profile basically filled out as much as it can be? Now, the most important part to know for ranking locally and in the map pack would be to understand the factors that determine local ranking. And Google broke it down into relevance, distance, and prominence. Relevance. Are you exactly what the customer is looking for? If you are an electrician and the customer is looking for an electrician, that is relevant. Do you have the correct services that they're looking for? That would create relevance. And do you have those services listed on your Google business profile? And then you also have that on your website. Do you have a single service page for the exact service that they're searching for, right? So if they want panel upgrade in Spanish Fork, Utah, if you have that, that would create relevance. Distance, if you're too far away, you're not going to show up. If you're closer, you're going to show up. So you can't really control distance too much unless you start creating multiple Google business profiles around your service area. And prominence. Now this one is difficult because there's just endless factors that can go into prominence, right? Do you have a backlink from the Chamber of Commerce, right? Do you sponsor community events? There's all types of things. Do you have a well-ranking website that has many pages? Do you have a blog on there? Do you have social media presence? Prominence can be created through a whole list of factors, right? So these are the ways that Google determines how well you rank inside of the Google Map Pack. In this video, we're going to focus on making sure that you have your Google business profile filled out. Do they have their business name? Of course they have their business name. Do they have their primary category? And their primary category is electrician, right here. Do they have additional categories? This one says that Pro Power Electric has their primary category of electrician, and their secondary is service establishment. So this is an area of improvement for Pro Power Electric. What they could do is go ahead and entering any service that they provide can be added to this. So if your business provides it, then it should be listed here under services. That's basically the bottom line. So this is something big that they could do to start showing up for, panel upgrades, anything like that. So I'll give this one a complete fail because they just have service establishment. Business description. Do they have their business description? Yep, they have their business description right here, and it is looking good. So we'll give that a pass. Do they have their physical address? Let's see here. They have their service areas. So having your service area is completely fine. If you look at the map here, it shows their service area highlighted in red. So they have their service areas. Now, if you're an electrician that does sell products and take appointments at your actual location, you can go ahead and list your physical location as well. If you don't do that, then service areas alone is fine. Their phone number is listed, of course. Their website URL. Do they have their website? When I click over to their website, it asks me to do this sign in right here. And then if I click cancel, I can get to the website. And I went and checked what it is, and it says it looks like there's malware. So yeah, that's going to decrease the trust for someone immediately. So you got to make sure your site's not being hacked. It is some kind of malware. Beyond that, it could have what we call UTM parameters, and this is a way for businesses to track where their website traffic is coming from. So if someone clicks this little website link right here, it'll let them know inside of Google Analytics or whatever software they're using where the click came from. So I went ahead and found one. So this is their URL. So it says UTM, source is Google, the UTM medium is GMB. GMB is Google My Business. This is what they used to call the Google Business Profile. So, yep, and then the campaign is Google My Business, GMB. So now when they go into their Google Analytics or their other software, they can see how effective their Google Business Profile is as far as getting clicks from the map, Google Maps, as opposed to Google Search or their Facebook profile or somewhere else. Do they have an appointment URL? So that one is missing. Their hours are listed right here. They have their business hours, so that's good to go. And I can't really tell the special hours, so we'll assume that's good. Next up is attributes. So you can use applicable attributes for your business, like licensed and insured, veteran-owned business, family-owned business. You provide on-site services, emergency services, that type of thing. We do not see any of those, so that one's missing. That one could definitely help them out. The next one is services list. So if we scroll through their profile, we do not see any services. What you can do inside of your Google Business Profile is list all of your services and then give each one a description. Now that's going to help create relevance for you and help customers know if you provide the thing that they're looking for, right? So we'll give this one an X, Google product. Most of the time it's not relevant for electricians, but again, if you sell things at your location, then you can go ahead and add that. Next up is logo. Do they have a logo? We'll click on their photos real quick. And yes, you can see next to their name, they have their logo. So the next thing to check is, do they have a cover photo? Typically the first photo is a branded photo and it looks professional and specifically chosen. So I'm going to say that this is not a cover photo. Exterior photos. Yep, here's one right away. Do they have, a few exterior photos? Yes, they do. They did a great job on that. Do they have interior photos? Yep, awesome. They have great interior photos. Do they have team and staff photos? So this is one that they could improve on, is they could add some staff photos, project photos. So does it look like they have photos of them working? This one looks like it's in process of working, but we'd like to see some people in there, really. It builds trust and credibility. So we'll say needs improvement there. Work van and truck. I don't see any of their work van and truck. People love to see that, so that's a gone. Equipment and tools. Do you have anybody holding some tools, drills, wire strippers or something? Safety measures. You could always have someone inside in a safety glasses or a hard hat or something. Again, just the more photos you have in different situations, it just builds trust and makes your business look professional. And customer interactions. Do you have any pictures of you with a customer? Sometimes it looks staged, but it can help. And then videos. If you had a video testimonial, like a video review, that would be great. And then people could see you building trust with everyone and that you're great. The before and after photos. It looks like there are some before and after photos here. Looking good. Do we have any before and after videos? Now this profile doesn't have any video. So yeah, adding more videos is definitely a great thing. And more before and after photos as well. Explainer videos, we have no videos, like I said. Click here. They have 41 reviews. Have they been responding? Look at this long review. It looks like they haven't responded to any of their reviews, as far as I can see. So they could do a better job of responding to people. Google Posts. Do they post 1 or 2 times a month? So let's go back up here and check their post. It doesn't look like they have any posts here, right? So that's another area of improvement. Did they fill out their FAQs, the questions and answers section? So if you go here, there's questions and answers. Now in this section, what they could do is go ahead and be the first to ask a question. You can ask and answer questions on your own Google business profile. So you can ask a question like, do you offer emergency services? And then you can answer it saying, yes, you do. But do you do same day service? Any kind of question or answer that helps create relevance or answers a question that customers actually have about your business can help out. And it can actually help you out if you keep getting the same question over and over again. If you answer it here, it can help reduce questions and support calls in the future. So we'll give this one an area of improvement. If you're finding this video helpful, please subscribe. I make videos about helping electricians get more leads and more calls with local SEO, website design, and paid ads and digital marketing in general. After checking Pro Power Electric's Google Business Profile completeness, they have 12 of 32 completed, 3 out of 32 that need improvement, and 16 out of 32 that could be done at all, that aren't done at all. But they are still ranking number 2 in the Google Maps listing right here. They're in the Google Map Pack, and they are number 2 here. So that tells you that when Google ranks things based on relevance, distance, and prominence, that distance is a huge factor, and then also prominence can be also a huge factor, because as you can see, they have 41 reviews, and other businesses have 119, 108 reviews. Here's one with 518. So proximity plays a huge role. But they're still number 2. They could be number 1, and that does make a big difference. So the question is, could they bump up to number 1 if they went ahead and did these other things inside of the checklist, like fill out the Q&A or respond to the reviews? Those are trust factors that Google will look at and could possibly put them over the edge, right? What you could also do is go ahead and take a look at your competitors and see, hey, what are they doing that I'm not doing? Do they have a cover photo? Do they have their FAQ filled out? Do they respond to the reviews, right? So you can take that and then just go ahead and do everything that they're not doing and try to outcompete them. So I'm going to give you another bonus tip to help you rank better inside of the Google Maps. And this one is regarding Google's relevance factor. Okay, so on your Google business profile, if you go to your subcategories, your secondary categories, every single individual service that you have, your main ones, should be listed here under secondary services, your subcategories, and then each of those should have its own individual web page on your website. So here is the residential services for Pro Power Electric. And if we scroll down, they have panel upgrades, home lighting and upgrades, full home rewiring, rewiring, etc. Now each one of these I should be able to click, and then goes to its own page for panel upgrades, which would correspond to the secondary subcategory of their Google business profile, right? So that would definitely help someone that's searching for panel upgrades in Lakewood, California. And that would create high relevance, right? Another way to prove relevance to Google, to rank inside of the Google Maps, is to create relevance between just your website in general and your Google business profile. So this Google business profile should be ranking for electrician in Lakewood, California. Therefore, our website should also say electrician in Lakewood, California. Right here on the homepage, immediately it should say trusted electricians inside of Lakewood, California, right? And they have Southern California here, but that's in text. We need that in an H1 title right here on the main page. And if I go ahead and check what their headings are, they have no H1, and it doesn't say trusted electricians inside of Lakewood, California. And that concept applies to the rest of the headings throughout the page and on your website. So if I were to go to the residential page, services page, and I check their headings, I should see an H1 that says residential electrical services in Lakewood, California, right? So this would again, prove relevance. And then if I had my own individual panel upgrades page, it would say panel upgrades in Lakewood, California, and that would help create relevance. Again, when you look at Google's different factors for determining local ranking, when you're in a very competitive area, all these little things add up to make you rank above someone else. And let's face it, the top 3 positions inside the map pack here, they're the ones getting the most calls and therefore the most leads and revenue. If you want me to review your Google business profile, either publicly or privately, you can go ahead and click the link in the description. If you want to see more in-depth information about how to structure your website or what pages you should include in your website, you can go ahead and click this video right here. I help electricians with web design, paid ads, and digital marketing, and I'm Thomas from QFido. Thank you for watching.